Hi, I'm Tom and welcome to lesson number 3, analyzing on SERP features. Ranking high in Google is important, but it's still just half the battle won. To win the whole thing, you need to get the clicks from your high ranking page. After all, the average click rate for the first position in Google is 28.5% and it keeps dropping from position to position, ending up as a 2.5% for number 10. Anything beyond that has even lower results. But there are other ways to get a few more clicks even if you are not number 1. The mystery lies in making your links more attractive or taking over more real estate in the SERP. After all, would you rather click this or this? Your pages can look more attractive thanks to structured data. In this lesson, we'll talk about what structured data means in the SEO context, why it's important, what it might look like in the SERPs, and how to implement it. I admit, it's not strictly a content-related lesson, but since we are learning on how to get more traffic and conversions from SERPs, why not to increase the chances of our content getting noticed? If you are a freelance copywriter with zero influence on a website, you can skip this lesson, but I still encourage you to stay. Knowing how to utilize modern SERP trends and potentially score more clicks is something everyone who dabbles in content should be at least aware of. Let's roll. In the words of the mighty Google themselves, structured data is standardized format for providing information about the page and classifying the page content. For example, on a recipe page, what are the ingredients, the cooking time, and the temperature and calories, and so on. Without this information, your website will be harder to understand by the bots. To make the job easier for them, you need to add a proper markup to your code. More on that later. The semi-official language of structured data on the internet is schema.org. It's an initiative launched in 2011 by the world's largest search engines to implement a shared vocabulary and adopt standard formats to structure data on web pages. Okay, so now we discussed what structured data is and how it can help the website get classified better. By using structured data, we can make ourselves visible on Google in 2 different ways. They are called rich results and SERP features. Rich results are the standard search results but visually enhanced. They include elements other than the usual link plus description combo. Rich results claim more real estate in SERPs and make the links more visually appealing. What does it mean exactly? This is a plain Google link with no additional information. And this is a similar link on steroids. There are 2 different ways in which you can enhance links in search results. Star reviews, local business details, recipe, product details, event dates, or breadcrumbs. And what are SERP features? They are all sort of results that look different than the traditional link plus description. There are a lot of SERP features out there and Google keeps adding new ones. First, let's talk about feature snippets. It's a fragment from a page followed by a link visible directly in search. When appearing on the top of the page, feature snippets give you a so-called position 0. There are 4 types of feature snippets: definitions, lists, bullet points, and other media types, typically video or an image carousel. Other SERP features appear thanks to specific types of structured data that you can find in Google Guides. You can find the link below. These include knowledge panels, knowledge cards, image video packs, Twitter cards, shopping results that are part of Google Ads, and more. Okay, so now that we know what type of structured data there are, let's talk about why you even need it and how do they influence SEO and CTR. As with most things, there are pros and cons. Let me deal with the cons first. Research by SparkToro and JumpShot revealed that over 50% of searches don't end up in a click at all. And that's not all. Year by year, the number of clicks on SERP results keeps decreasing. It's not surprising. Just think about it. If Google shows you the answer to your questions right away, why would you waste your time clicking on a bunch of different sources? While not a ranking factor, structured data makes your content easier to crawl for Google, which might improve your rankings in the long run. The better Google understands your page, the better for your SEO. Rich snippets might increase the CTR. Not only does your link take up more space and become more visible, but you can also get more valuable social proof. Think about star reviews. You can become the most visually exciting link in your SERP of choice, or maybe a site with the best results. For some keywords, feature snippets increase the CTR. It's all in the keyword research. Using tools like Ahrefs, you can quickly check which query's results has many clicks and pick them as your polygon. Thanks to other SERP features like video or images carousels, your website can appear on the first page more than once. Even though some SERP features like Knowledge Graph can steal your traffic, they can benefit your brand. They increase your brand awareness and credibility. And last but not least, think about it in this way. If you don't optimize for feature snippet, somebody else will claim it sooner or later, and then you won't get clicks anyway. Now that we know the pros outweigh the cons, let's see what implementing structured data looks like in practice. I will introduce you to the whole process step by step. The first step of structured data journey should be checking what kind of search enhancements are available. Then, think about how they can fit your site. Not every link needs a review display next to it. Not every type of information fits into knowledge graph and so on. Check all the viable options first. It's best to consult a Google guide on search galleries. Then, it's time for structured data-oriented keyword research. What do I mean? Check which type of SERPs, features, and rich results already appear in your SERP of choice. Some SERPs are still just plain list of links. Sure, it might change in the future, but for now we can assume that Google won't add any new feature just because you put the right data in your code. But some SERPs are booming with additional features, and in that case, it's worth to try and replace the competition in your box of choice. Now it's time to actually implement structured data. The first way to do it is using a free Google Structured Data Markup Helper tool. All you need to do is open the tool, select the data type you want to markup, and paste your URL. When you confirm, you will see your page on the left and data items on the right. Start highlighting elements of your page and assigning tags to them. The list from which you can choose depends on data type you select in the first step. When you're done, click Create the HTML. You will see a piece of code named Structured Data as JSON LD markup on the right. You can then add the script to the head section of your HTML. If you need help, you can click the article button on the right. Then click the finish to see the next step recommended by Google. There's also one more simple option. If you work on the popular CMSs like WordPress, chances are you can find SEO tools that will help you implement structured data easily. For WordPress, you can use plugins like Yoast SEO, All-in-One SEO Pack, or Rank Math. Now you know how to add structured data to your website's code. While not strictly a content-related task, structured data is a quick and easy way to give your content an extra boost. If you are doing an in-house marketing or you have a long-term project for an agency client, the benefits are clear. But even if you are a freelancer who's just in charge of one article, go check if it has chances of appearing as a feature snippet or if it's worth it to go for one of the rich results enhancements and pass the knowledge on to your customer. The effects of your work will improve and your credentials will be off the roof. See you in the next lesson.